25, 50, 75, $1, $2, 8.50, 8.60, 8.87, $8.88. It's story time. I'm Alex and welcome to Sinspiration, where I inspire you to develop a growth mindset. I don't think I've ever told anyone this story before, and only my parents and sister would have some idea about it as I was growing up as a 90s and 2000s kid. Everyone starts saving money at some point in their lives. For me, it started with a piggy bank. Well, cat bank. This thing right here. How it works is pretty simple. You just insert your spare change on this end, and as you save up, it gets heavier and heavier, and at some point you want to take it out. You just open up the bottom, and then you start dumping your coins out, and then you start counting what you have. Or you can be like some people who smash it with a hammer. Money doesn't just magically appear. Someone has to give it to you in the form of a paycheck or gift. Now, this is how I learned to save from pennies to thousands. It was 2001. I was in kindergarten, and it was the last year before we start to eat lunch every day in school. And so one day, my kindergarten teacher took our entire class to the cafeteria. My mom gave me $2 for lunch. And when I reached the front of the line, I gave the $2 to the lunch lady, and she gave me back 25 cents. 25 cents for a 6-year-old. In 2001, I struck gold. Every time I bought lunch for $2, I got back 25 cents. For 5 days a week, for however many weeks there are in a school year, I'd be rich as a kid. Of course it didn't work that way. My mom prepaid all of my $1.75 lunches, so all I had to do was go up to the lunch lady and say my name. Now, there were times where we ran out, so I had to pay $2 in cash, and I would get the quarter. And mom didn't mind letting me keep the change. Then in 3rd grade, my class celebrated Chinese New Year, and we were given these quarters with the names of states on them, like this one. This one is California, minted in 2005. This was how I started collecting state quarters. And at one point, my quarter collection got way too big, and so my parents got me my cat bank. I put all my change into this, including the occasional $1 bills that I got from change when using a $5 bill. I thought I was saving up for college. My dad also had this box of pennies and coins from other countries. He would let me have some, so I went through it and picked out some that I liked, including pennies, nickels, dimes, Canadian dollars, and Hong Kong dollars, and put them into my cat bank. After around 2 years, my cat bank was overloaded. I don't know, I probably had around $20 worth of coins in there. Most of it was pennies. I eventually got upgraded to an actual piggy bank. He even has a name, Sport. I spent a long time at this spot, dumping out all my coins from my 2 piggy banks, and separated the foreign currency from the US coins before counting them. I also got my own wallet where I stored my bills. When you're a kid, you don't really spend that much on your own. And you can't even go to McDonald's with your friends unless one of the parents chaperones. And besides, usually one of the parents pays for all the kids' meals anyways. How much could a kid eat? How I started saving was through leftover lunch money. Penny by penny, nickel by nickel, dime by dime, quarter by quarter, dollar by dollar. But it was the concept that fascinated me. If I spent less than what I was given, I would save. In junior high and high school, the lunches were more expensive, and thanks to inflation. In junior high, it was $3 for a box lunch, so mom gave me $15 a week. Now, if you're wondering, I only got lunch money on school days. So no extra lunch money if there was a holiday like Memorial Day. I was a teenager now, and with this mindset of spending less to save, I used the same strategy. I could buy a nice hot pizza or a sandwich with a bag of hot Cheetos for just $2.50. and drink my own water instead of buying a box lunch for $3 for an entree, disgusting unflavored potato wedges, and a chocolate milk. I saved 50 cents a day. In high school, box lunches were $3.50. Mom just gave me $20 a week for simplicity, and this was considered my allowance. Now, I would automatically save $2.50 each week because I wouldn't spend more than $3.50 a day for lunch anyways. I could spend the money how I wanted and save more if I manage my spending well. My early days of budgeting. We were allowed to go off campus for lunch. McDonald's was close by and it featured a dollar menu where you can get a McDouble, McChicken, and a small fries, each for $1. So that would be $3 plus tax for these 3 items. That's more food than I could get at a school lunch for $3.50. Overall, my piggy banks got heavier as I collected spare change over the years. I continued to collect the state quarters even when they transitioned to the US territories, the national parks, and significant US events. At one point, I had to upgrade to a box. I probably have around $200 worth of quarters here. When I went to college, I stopped saving spare change. Why? Because I was old enough to be responsible to manage my own checking account and credit cards. No more paying with cash. For college, I was on a budget. Whatever discretionary spending I reduced in college would allow me to have more savings for after I graduate. I lived in the dorms for 3 out of the 4 years in college and enjoyed the highly ranked all-you-can-eat dining hall food. I finally got paychecks when I started my first job. These paychecks were analogous to my allowance or lunch money. The only difference is I not only have to spend on lunch now, rent, utilities, groceries, gas, supplies, vacations, dining out, everything. I would pay attention to my monthly savings so I could ensure that I consistently saved a certain amount every single month. With this money, I built my emergency funds in high yield savings and CDs and invested the rest in stocks and ETFs so I can let it grow, and so later on in life, I can buy the bigger things that matter to me: house, car, travel, and dining. And this is the story of how I started my frugal and saving mindset. It all started with a piggy bank. Well, cat bank. 1 penny and quarter at a time. The lesson is to spend less than what you make. Budgeting. When you get those raises, think twice before increasing your spending. Save and invest that additional money. There's quite a bit of satisfaction when you save for something you really want and then you finally purchase it. In high school, it was to buy a nicer lunch than cafeteria food. And now it's about buying appreciating assets and experiences. It's important to me to remember my humble roots. And to be honest, I don't really need fancy stuff. I'm just going to focus on building my income streams, increasing my savings rate, and invest those extra savings while maintaining my current lifestyle. Once in a while, I'll reward myself for my efforts and achievements. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe to get updates on new videos, and check out my page for more content on how to grow your mindset. You've been inspired today. Don't expect to be wealthy if you can't save money. Good luck.